In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to cast a shoe using masking tape. This is just part one of how to build a paper mache shoe. You will add the paper mache newspaper and additional three-dimensional forms as well as decoration onto this shoe base. While you can make any kind of shoe you want for this project, closed-toe shoes are definitely best. You could use a sneaker, you could use a heel, you could use a boot, but you cannot use a flip-flop. Flip-flops do not work for this project because the only part of the base that would help you would be the bottom. This shoe here could work, but it would have to be stuffed to create a more closed-toe look. This shoe is one I'm going to use for my demonstration. So to begin, all you need is masking tape, and you might need some paper towels to stuff your shoe. This is only necessary if your shoe is not already firm and solid. Some shoes are more lightweight, and stuffing them just makes it easier to wrap with tape. So you're going to begin by wrapping one area of your shoe with tape sticky side out. I would recommend just starting at the toe box because it's usually the easiest and smoothest area of your shoe to wrap. Again, the tape needs to be sticky side out or the tape will stick to your shoe. If you're using a shoe that has laces, you need to tuck the laces inside the shoe, and I would recommend stuffing it also with the paper towels. And then again, you'll start wrapping sticky side out and you'll cover up the tongue and the laces. Later on, you can cut a slit and create your own tongue using cardboard. So back to my heeled example. When you begin, it can be a little bit tricky to get started, but once you have the sticky side out for the next layer of tape to begin to stick to, it gets a little bit easier. I just recommend working on one section at a time. So once I finish the toe box, now I'm just moving to one side of the shoe, and just using smaller strips of tape, I'm just gently layering them on. So again, as I'm placing down each piece of tape, it's halfway covering up the area of tape in front of it. And since the sticky side is out, it's helping to stick them together. So the next major step for making a cast of a shoe is to do a sticky side down layer of tape. You will have to do a sticky side down layer on top of the entire sticky side up layer. You don't have to wait until the end to do this. If one area of your shoe is complete, like my toe box area is, I can do the sticky side down area right away, and then I can go back to sticky side up on a fresh area. Do what works best for you. I was just finding that the stickiness of the tape was getting the tape stuck to the table, and it was kind of pulling the tape off, which was just making it more challenging for me to work with it. Here's a quick tip for you. If you're finding that you can't get your sticky side up layers to stick, try actually taping down the first piece. So look, I have a sticky side up piece of tape and I'm just taping that down so that now I can just have an area for it to stick to. Now when I place the next piece down, it sticks to the piece on top of it, and I can continue to build up this wall of the shoe there. And then once I have more done, I'll tape it onto the other side and that area will be complete. You can see on mine that I waited to do the heel last, and that's because for me that was the most challenging part. Also, once you're done with the heel, you're actually ready to begin to remove your shoe from the masking tape cast. To remove your shoe from the cast, you're going to need scissors, and you're going to actually make a cut down the heel. Be very careful not to cut your actual shoe. For some shoes, one cut at the heel will be enough, but for most shoes, like my shoe, I ended up needing to make another cut in the front around the toe area. If you're cutting in that area and you have laces on your shoe, be very careful to make sure that you don't cut any of the shoelaces. When you're putting the scissors into the space, just make sure that there's space between your shoe and the masking tape. Then you should be able to pull your shoe free from the tape, and your shoe should be still in perfect condition. Your masking tape shoe, on the other hand, at this point is going to look a bit of a mess, but all you need to do is tape up those slits and it will be a cast masking tape version of your shoe. And then at this point, take some time to look over the shoe. You might want to repair some areas and clean some areas up. I went around the edges of my shoe and I cleaned up the inside a bit too, just with a few additional pieces of tape. The next step of this project will be to begin to build on three-dimensional forms, either with cardboard, aluminum foil, or with paper mache. For today, just make sure you write your name on your shoe and place it where your teacher directs.